Plymouth at just 4 degrees Celsius this morning, colder than Aberdeen at 6. If that has not caught your attention, here is is your area about to face the wettest 48 hours of February. Right now, the Met Office has yellow warnings across Devon, Cornwall, and parts of Wales, affecting over 2 million people. You are going to find out exactly when this arrives for your location, what the models are disagreeing about, and critically, why tomorrow's forecast could change everything. Drop your city or county in the comments right now, and I'll give you a personalized forecast in tomorrow's video. Let's get straight to the timing. London, you are looking at rain arriving this evening around 7 o'clock, heaviest overnight into Tuesday morning, clearing by Wednesday afternoon. Manchester, rain reaches you by midnight tonight, persistent through Tuesday, easing Wednesday morning. Birmingham, expect rain from around 10 o'clock tonight, heaviest Tuesday lunchtime, drier by Wednesday evening. Glasgow, you're actually staying largely dry until Wednesday when showers move in from the west. Cardiff, rain is already with you now, continuing through Tuesday with 50 to 70 millimetres possible in the hills. Belfast, showers today, heavier rain Tuesday afternoon into evening. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The Met Office model and the European model are showing something rather different for the southeast, and this matters enormously if you're in Kent, Sussex, or Essex. The Met Office is tracking the main area of low pressure slightly further south, which would mean the heaviest rain stays mostly over the channel, but the European model brings that low 50 miles further north, which would dump significantly more rain across the southeast through Tuesday night. We should have a clearer picture by tomorrow morning as model runs, so do check back because that 50-mile difference changes everything for millions of people. Current temperatures across the UK are showing quite a split. The southwest is sitting between 4 and 6 degrees, whilst the Midlands are seeing 7 to 9. Up in Scotland, Edinburgh at 6 degrees, Inverness at 5, Aberdeen at 6. Northern Ireland, you are at 7 degrees in Belfast, 8 in Londonderry. Wales is ranging from 6 degrees in Bangor to 7 in Swansea. Newcastle at 8 degrees, Leeds at 9, Sheffield at 8. Down south, Brighton is at 8, Southampton at 7, Oxford at 9, Cambridge at 8 degrees Celsius. But here is what nobody is talking about. This isn't just about the rain that is falling now. It's about the rain that's already fallen. January saw over 150 millimetres across much of southern England. The ground is saturated. Rivers are high. And now we're adding another 30 to 50 millimetres widely, with 70 to 100 millimetres over high ground in the southwest. That compounding effect is why the Environment Agency is monitoring river levels so closely across Devon, Somerset and Gloucestershire. For those of you in Bristol, you are looking at rain through tonight and all day Tuesday, with the Avon and Severn both being watched carefully. Exeter, you've had a challenging winter already, and unfortunately you are in line for some of the heaviest rain, 40 to 60 millimetres, through Tuesday. Plymouth, as I mentioned, unusually cold this morning, but rain intensifying through today and tonight. Penzance, you are already seeing persistent rain, and this continues through Tuesday morning before gradually easing Tuesday afternoon. Let me just clarify something about the wind, because this matters for coastal areas. Along the North Devon and Cornwall coast, we're re-looking at winds gusting to 60 to 70 kilometres per hour. Possibly 80 on exposed headlands Tuesday morning. That is strong enough to make driving difficult on exposed routes and could bring down some branches given how saturated the ground is. The South Wales coast, similar story, gusting to 70 kilometres per hour. But actually, inland areas, you are looking at much lighter winds, 20 to 30 kilometres per hour. So this is very much a coastal wind issue. Now then, let's talk about Scotland, because you are in quite a different weather regime. The rain that is affecting the south isn't reaching you in any meaningful way until Wednesday. Edinburgh, Tuesday is actually looking rather decent, cloudy but mostly dry, temperatures around 7 to 8 degrees. Glasgow, similar story, though you might catch the odd light shower Tuesday afternoon. Aberdeen, you are staying dry through Tuesday, temperatures around 6 to 7 degrees. Inverness, dry through Tuesday, but rain arrives Wednesday morning as that next system pushes north. The Highlands, if you worry up in the mountains, temperatures barely getting above freezing at higher elevations, so any precipitation up there could be falling as snow above 600 metres. For those of you in the Scottish Islands, Shetland, you are looking at showers today and Tuesday. Some of these could be wintry over higher ground. Orkney, similar showers, blustery winds making it feel rather cold. The Western Isles, showers today becoming more persistent Tuesday night into Wednesday. Right, back to England. And there's one location that could see something unexpected. Norwich and the wider Norfolk area, you are in an interesting position. Most models keep the heaviest rain to your south and west, but if that European model is correct and the low tracks further north, you could see a significant spell of rain Tuesday night that isn't currently in the main forecast. This uncertainty is exactly why you should check back tomorrow, because by then we'll know whether Norfolk stays mostly dry or gets drawn into this system. Let me give you the outlook for some more locations. Nottingham, rain arrives late tonight through Tuesday, clearing Wednesday. Leicester, similar timing, heaviest rain Tuesday morning to afternoon. Derby, rain tonight through Tuesday, easing Tuesday evening. Liverpool, rain from midnight, persistent Tuesday, clearing Tuesday night. Blackpool, showers today, heavier rain Tuesday, easing Wednesday morning. Lancaster, similar pattern to Blackpool. York, rain develops late tonight through Tuesday, clearing Wednesday morning. And for the northeast, Newcastle, I mentioned you earlier, rain arrives around midnight through Tuesday morning, easing Tuesday afternoon. Sunderland, same timing. Middlesbrough, rain midnight onwards, heaviest Tuesday morning. Durham, expect rain through the night into Tuesday, clearing by afternoon. Wait until you see what Wednesday brings. Because whilst Tuesday is the wet day for most of England and Wales, Wednesday actually offers a window of something rather better. Not necessarily sunshine, but certainly drier conditions for many areas as this system clears away to the east. Southern England, you should be dry by Wednesday afternoon. The Midlands, dry by Wednesday lunchtime. The Northwest, dry Wednesday morning. Wales, drier Wednesday afternoon, though still some showers in the west. But here, where the models diverge again, and this matters for planning your week. The Met Office is showing high pressure trying to build from the south later Wednesday into Thursday, which would give us a more settled spell. The GFS American model agrees with this. However, the European model is more pessimistic, suggesting another area of low pressure could affect southern areas by Thursday. So Wednesday might be your best day this week for getting things done outdoors. I'll have a much clearer view tomorrow once the overnight model runs are in. For the weekend, and I know it's early to be looking this far ahead, but there's something developing that's worth mentioning now. Both the Met Office and European models are suggesting we could see colder air trying to push south from Scandinavia later this weekend or early next week. Now, this is still 6 or 7 days away, so there is considerable uncertainty. But if this happens, temperatures could drop several degrees and any precipitation could turn wintry, particularly over higher ground in Scotland and northern England. Don't make any firm plans based on this yet, but it's something to keep an eye on, and I'll be tracking this closely over the coming days. Back to the immediate forecast, and let me give you temperatures for Tuesday. London, 9 degrees. Manchester and Birmingham, 8 degrees. Cardiff, 9 degrees. Belfast, 8 degrees. Edinburgh and Glasgow, 7 degrees. Aberdeen, 6 degrees. Most of England sitting between 8 and 9 degrees, feeling colder with the wind and rain. And here is something interesting about feels like temperatures. With the rain and the wind, particularly along coasts, it's going to feel notably colder than these numbers suggest. Plymouth, that 9 degrees will feel more like 5 or 6 with the wind. Similar story for Penzance, Falmouth, Newquay, all along that North Devon coast. If you are out and about Tuesday, you will definitely need waterproofs and something windproof. Now, I mentioned at the start about dropping your location in the comments. I genuinely want to do this because every town and village has slightly different timing and rainfall amounts, and whilst I can cover every location in this video, I can look at your specific area for tomorrow's forecast, whether you're in a small Cotswold village, a Yorkshire Dale, a Welsh Valley, or anywhere else. Let me know below, and I'll check the high-resolution models for your exact location. One thing that concerns me most about this forecast is the rainfall intensity Tuesday morning across Devon and Cornwall. We not just talking about steady rain, we talking about rainfall rates that could reach 10 millimeters per hour at times. That's the sort of intensity that overwhelms drainage systems, causes flash flooding in urban areas, and creates very difficult driving conditions. If you are in the southwest and you have to travel Tuesday morning, please allow extra time and drive carefully through any standing water. Let me talk about some coastal areas specifically because the combination of rain, wind, and high tides matters. Dover, high tide. Tuesday morning around 9:30, and with the rain and wind, spray will be an issue along the seafront. Scarborough, high tide. Tuesday lunchtime, blustery showers could bring spray over the sea wall. Blackpool, high tide. Tuesday afternoon, similar story. On the south coast, Brighton, Bournemouth, Weymouth, all seeing high tides at various times Tuesday, with potentially rough seas and spray. The Channel Islands, Jersey and Guernsey, you are looking at persistent rain through Monday night into Tuesday morning, heavy at times with strong winds, clearing Tuesday afternoon. The Isle of Wight, rain tonight through Tuesday morning, easing Tuesday afternoon, winds gusting to 60 kilometres per hour on southern coasts. For those of you in the Peak District, the Pennines, Snowdonia or the Brecon Beacons, any walking plans for Tuesday should be reconsidered. Visibility will be very poor in the cloud and rain, winds strong on exposed ridges, and conditions generally unpleasant. Wednesday looks marginally better for the hills, though still cloudy, with temperatures a degree or two cooler across most areas. There is one detail I haven't mentioned yet that's particularly relevant if you are in central or eastern Scotland. Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, as clearer, colder air works in, we could see some frost developing in sheltered glens and rural areas. Nothing severe, but temperatures could dip to freezing or just below in places like Braemar, Aviemore, parts of Perthshire. So if you are heading out early Wednesday morning up there, be aware of potentially icy patches. For rail travellers, Tuesday could bring some disruption, particularly in the southwest, where flooding could affect some routes. The Met Office warning mentions potential travel disruption, so if you're replanning rail travel Tuesday across southern England or Wales, check before you set out. Road spray will be significant on motorways, so speeds will need to come down, and surface water will be an issue on many A roads. The Thames Valley through to Heathrow is looking at persistent rain through Monday night into Tuesday. The Thames itself is already running high after January this rain, so riverside areas should stay alert. In Yorkshire, the Dales are expecting 30 to 40 millimetres, with the Ouse and tributaries being monitored. The Trent, Severn and Avon catchments are all being watched across the Midlands. Lancashire S Ribble and Lune, plus Cumbria S Rivers, are all seeing significant additions to already high levels. Now, it's important to say this. Forecasts beyond 48 hours always carry uncertainty. What I am giving you is the most likely scenario based on current model data. But weather systems speed up, slow down, track slightly differently, and whilst we are confident about the general pattern, the specific details for your exact location might shift. That is not forecasting failure, that is the inherent nature of weather prediction. So whilst I am confident in saying Tuesday will be wet for most of England and Wales, exactly how much rain falls in your specific postcode, that S where the uncertainty lies. According to the latest Met Office ensemble runs, which look at multiple possible outcomes, there is about 80% confidence in this general pattern for Monday and Tuesday. That is quite high confidence. The confidence drops for Wednesday and beyond, which is why that high pressure question for later in the week is still genuinely uncertain. One more thing about tomorrow's forecast. I'll have updated rainfall totals, refined timing for specific locations, and hopefully clarity on that southeast question. If you've put your location in the comments, I'll look at the high-resolution UK model for your area specifically. Inverness, let me come back to you. Whilst Tuesday is mostly dry, showers Wednesday could bring snow over the higher Cairngorms, possibly down to 300 or 400 metres. Nothing significant, but worth noting if you are in the mountains. The outlook for Thursday and Friday remains uncertain, as I mentioned. If high pressure builds, we are looking at drier, calmer conditions, possibly even some brightness breaking through, particularly across southern and eastern areas. If that next low pressure system develops, we're looking at more unsettled weather. By tomorrow, the models should be converging on one scenario or the other. So, to recap briefly in natural speech, Monday night into Tuesday brings widespread rain across England and Wales, heaviest in the southwest, with localised flooding possible. Scotland stays largely dry until Wednesday. Wednesday brings an improvement for most areas. Beyond that, there's uncertainty between a drier spell and further unsettled weather, and that potential cold snap next weekend is still too far out to be confident about. For tomorrow's video, I'll have specific rainfall totals for over 50 UK locations, updated model guidance, clearer timing for the southeast, and personalised forecasts for anyone who's left their location in the comments below. The situation is evolving, particularly for Wednesday onwards, so checking back really will give you better information for planning your week. I really do appreciate you watching, and I know this persistent wet weather has been challenging for many of you. Whether you are dealing with flooding, just fed up with the rain, or planning around it, I hope this forecast has given you the detail you need. Please do drop your location below, hit subscribe if you find these forecasts useful, and I'll see you tomorrow at 6:00 in the evening for the Tuesday evening update with Wednesday and Thursday as refined forecast. Take care and stay